I mean, I don't support men hitting women in any way or any of that stuff, but at the end of it, we don't know both sides of the story. We don't know. I mean, women say whate. And all this stuff. So, I don't know. I do genuinely do. I will tell you this, though. From looking at how Gervonta has been recently, I could tell he's been trying to become a better man. So, we just have to see both sides of the story.
And I don't know what's going on with him and his personal life. That's on him. I'm minding the business that pays me. That's my business.
Well, time. Romero just went off on Gervonta Davis, saying his career is over for good. After a major update on Tank's future, Raleigh jumped online to troll him hard. The rivalry has become brutally personal. While Raleigh is known for his trolling and trash talk, he adopted a more serious tone when discussing the accusations against Gervonta. He made it clear he doesn't support violence, but also said people should wait to hear both sides. Raleigh even admitted that from what he's seen, Gervonta seems to be trying to change and become a better person. It was a rare moment of understanding from him.
I mean, I don't support men hitting women in any way or any of that stuff, but at the end of it, we don't know both sides of the story. We don't know. I mean, women say whatever and all this stuff. So, I don't know. I do genuinely do. I will tell you this, though. From looking at how Gervonta has been recently, I could tell he's been trying to become a better man. So, we just have to see both sides of the story.
Even Terrence Crawford was asked about Gervonta's recent situation, but he kept his response short and focused. Known for staying away from drama, Bud didn't entertain the headlines or speculation. Instead, he made it clear that whatever Tank is dealing with off camera isn't his concern, and that he's locked in on his own goals.
And I don't know what's going on with him and his personal life. That's on him. I'm minding the business that pays me. That's my business.
Furthermore, Shakur Stevenson also shared his thoughts in the Ariel Helwani show on Gervonta Davis and their rivalry. He talked about how, as fighters grow and gain experience, the competition gets real. Shakur explained that Gervonta saw him as a serious threat, and that's exactly how it should be between two top fighters ready to give everything to be the best in the sport.
As you get older, you start to know what competition is, and he kind of looked at me like, I feel like I was a threat, which is rightfully so. Like, I don't blame him for the way that he looked at me, but it is what it is. It's two guys that just want to be the best in our sport, and we were ready to lay it all on the line.
On the Ariel Helwani show, Shakur spoke honestly about the tension between him and Gervonta Davis. He said as they both grew and matured, the energy between them changed. Shakur felt that Tank started seeing him as a real threat. Even if Gervonta won't say it out loud, Shakur believes deep down Tank knows he's the biggest challenge standing in his way, and that fight has to happen.
Energy. Once you feel the energy that's coming at you, you understand, like, okay, I get it.
When do you think that started to change?
I think as he kind of matured and got older. Once you get older and mature, his energy kind of let it be known, like, yeah, you the ops. We gotta fight. So,
and perhaps as you were progressing and getting to the level that you're at now,
he knew exactly. Deep down inside, he could sit here and say, I'm not this, I'm not a good fighter, I'm not that, but deep down inside, he knows that I'm the truth.
Right.
So with him knowing that, he knows that I'm the biggest threat around where he's at.
As the conversation continued, Shakur gave even more insight into how he and Gervonta think differently. He explained that while he sees top-level fights as competition, Tank views it as all or nothing. Either he's the best, or nobody is. Still, Shakur made one thing clear. The fight between them isn't just possible. It might be closer than people think.
Like him, cause like I'm kind of different. I look at things like competition, but like his mentality is more so like, it's either me or it's nobody. It's not a 1A, 1B, or you don't have nobody equal to you. So I understand his mentality, But I like to prove that I'm the best, so we kind of just move in different ways.
You don't really think he's done after this year, right?
Nah, hell no.
There's no, because that's what he said at the beginning of the year.
Too much money to be made in boxing.
Right. So do you think it happens now? What do you think?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think it'll be your next one?
I think it could be.
Really?
I think it could be.
Gigantic.
It could be. I don't put it past him. Whenever he pick up the phone and say, "Yo, let's make this fight happen,"
what is the step now that you?
Furthermore, as news of Gervonta Davis's recent arrest made headlines, fighters from around the boxing world began to speak out, and Lamont Roach didn't stay silent. Rather than criticize, Roach used the moment to send a message. He reminded fans and fighters alike that personal struggles can affect anyone, and that Tank needs real support now more than ever. Moving on, Shakur Stevenson's recent performance, even former world champion Antonio Tarver, he talked about the growing star power in the lightweight division and said that both Shakur and Gervonta Davis are now at a level where big money fights should be the focus, and fans are starting to take notice in a big way.
With those celebrities on there, and celebrity fighters, Tank Davis and these other guys in the lightweight division, you know, he deserved those type of fights. He's a big enough name. And Shakur Stevenson may have become a pay-per-view star tonight, depending on the numbers, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, I believe, tuned in to Ring 3.
Meanwhile, many gave their takes on Gervonta's career and future in the ring. Claressa Shields focused on something deeper, his mental health. Speaking from experience as a top-level athlete herself, Claressa didn't hold back. She made it clear this isn't about hate or criticism, but about helping someone who's struggling and needs support before anything else.
Listen, I don't have nothing to say about Tank. I keep telling everybody the boy needs therapy. Whatever goes on, he needs to get him. Anybody I love him, just get the man some help. I don't got nothing bad said about him, because every time I say something, everybody want to come attacking me, where I'm just being real. Y'all see the stuff he going through. He had a close fight with Roach, all the other stuff. Don't ask me nothing about Tank, because every time I say something, everybody, oh, you a hater of Tank. I got more belts and more gold medals than Tank. I'm not a hater of Tank. I just see that me being a black woman and being at top of the game up in my sport, we all need therapy. We all need help. So if you love the man, get the man some help.
Adding on as talk of a possible showdown with Gervonta Davis grew stronger, Shakur Stevenson spoke openly about what it will take to finally make the fight with Gervonta Davis happen. He said both sides need to stop the back and forth and handle things like grown men. Shakur made it clear he's willing to reach out and talk, but he's unsure if Tank will do the same.
The main step is one of us gotta find a way to reach out and try to get the fight to happen. It can't be no little kid shit. It can't be no back and forth, go back and forth. We gotta be grown men and get the fight done. Like, that's how I feel. I would love to talk to him and have a real conversation and make this fight happen. But you know, some guys be kind of egotistic, so I don't know where his ego is at.
Furthermore, as the debate heats up around Gervonta Davis and the lightweight division, Bill Haney, Devin Haney's father and trainer, spoke out with strong opinions. He emphasized the importance of clean competition and fair play, highlighting the strict drug testing Devin follows. Bill made it clear that while whispers about careers swirl,
I'll tell you this, I heard whispers that Devin Haney has a Hall of Fame career right now. I heard the whispers, but guess what? We're not paying attention to that shit. We're on our way to the Mount Rushmore of boxing. November 22nd, you're gonna see what's happening.
About the positive.
Okay.
Devin is the only one that's enrolled in 365 drug testing with VADA. You know what I mean? And more fighters, managers, coaches need to encourage their fighters to give the fans what's the fair fight. You know what I mean? No holds barred, no meats, no what do you say, ashwagandha, no nothing that's on the list. There's so much shit coming out, I can't even pronounce all the shit, man.
But do you have it?
Moving on, Coach Bullet gave his honest take on a possible Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis fight. He said it's a true 50-50 matchup because both fighters bring different style. Tank is a powerful puncher with tricky timing, while Shakur is smart, defensive, and hard to hit. Bullet believes this clash of styles is what makes the fight special.
For Tank could be a great fight. Now that is right there, that's a 50-50 fight because styles make fights. Tank is a tricky power puncher, and Shakur is a tricky volume puncher you know, and very, very defensive. So the things that other people have put out there for Tank to hit, they won't be there for Shakur. And the way people will sit back and try to box Shakur, Tank is going to try to knock him out. So that makes the style for the fights, and that's what the people want to see, and that's what I want to see. It's time for them to go in there.
As the conversation turned to the importance of strong mentorship in boxing, Kenny Porter highlighted the role Freddie Roach plays in guiding fighters like Gervonta Davis. He explained that having a trainer who truly understands a fighter's mindset and career stage can make all the difference. And with Roach's experience, especially alongside Manny Pacquiao, Tank is in capable hands.
Can't argue that because he has, and he knows how to do it. So you just gotta kind of go along with him. Thankfully, in his situation, he's got that type of trainer because Freddie Roach is that kind of trainer. He understands fighters, and he understands where they're at in different levels of their careers. He's worked with the older guys and the younger guys, and he's been with Manny since the young guy to the older guy now. Just be him.
On the other side, Showbiz the Adult clears up confusion around the Tank versus Roach rematch rumored. He explains that no official announcements or contracts were ever made, so talk of the fight being rescheduled or canceled doesn't hold up. Fans should be careful with unconfirmed reports spreading online.
The fight has been rescheduled from when? It's canceled from what? Dude, the fight supposed to been August, or I never said that the fight was August. What was it? August 12th, or I forgot what the date's supposed to been. But I never made that announcement because the PBC never made that announcement. I never seen posters or anything like that. And I actually forget who was the source to start it. Maybe Dan Raphael or Mike Coppinger or something like that. But I mean, from my understanding, Gervonta didn't even sign the contract for it. So rescheduled from when? You know, it's so...
Showbiz contrasts this with the Canelo versus Crawford fight, which has clear proof it's happening. Press conferences, ticket sales, and stadium bookings. This shows how real big fights are promoted properly, unlike the Tank versus Roach Talk, which lacked any formal backing or public confirmation.
Funny because a lot of people, you know, were saying that Canelo versus Crawford wasn't real, even with the press conferences. When the tickets going on sale, when that fight is definitely moving along. There's advertisement on Netflix. There's press conferences. They've had 3 press conferences. You know, all these things, and the tickets go on sale this week. At the end of this week, the tickets go on sale. I think July 18th or something like that. So they have, like, this is like real. They have a stadium and everything is in Vegas, right at the Raiders Stadium. So,
furthermore, Frank Martin gives his thoughts after rewatching the Tank versus Roach bout. He reflects on the familiarity between the two fighters, hinting that their personal history may have influenced how they approach the ring. For Frank, this connection shaped the fight's tone, strategic and personal, more than purely aggressive.
Like, did you think it was competitive?
Yeah, I think it was competitive. I feel like with them having I feel like the relationship that they got or they had, you know, as far as coming up together and kind of knowing the same people, working with the same people, it kind of was more of the fight was more of like a, I feel like so Roach came out and fought his best fight that he could possibly fight, right? Against Tank. He came out with his A game, boom. And I feel like Tank came in that fight not underestimating Roach, but more like we got history. I know what he liked. Both.
Building on his earlier points, Frank explains how Roach came into the fight with urgency, while Tank, knowing Roach well, may have taken a more relaxed approach. He suggests Tank didn't fight with full intensity, perhaps expecting the bout to be easier based on their past experiences.
Basically, but Roach is gonna automatically have more of a little spark because he tried to get that spot. And Tank probably just like, you know, I know you. You know, I'm gonna do what I want to do to you. Or I'm gonna do what I've done to you. Because I know they fought prior. The fights might have been close or whatever. But I feel like Tank fought that fight not like fully like trying to get off. I don't feel like, you know, like he fought it more relaxed and chill instead of, you know, really trying to get him up out of there. I think that he thought the fight may have been easier than what it was. And you know, Roach did his thing. He took advantage of that.
Frank then addresses the outcome, a draw, and shares his belief that while fair, the result favored the bigger draw, Tank. He anticipates a more explosive rematch, predicting Tank will be more focused and possibly finish the job. Despite that, he praises Roach's performance in pushing the fight to the limit.
And shit, the fight came to a draw. But I think the rematch, honestly, I think the rematch is gonna be a good fight still, but I think Tank may get him up out of there this fight. And even with the knockdown and all that stuff too, I know you probably was gonna ask me about that. It was a close ass fight. It was a close ass fight. I feel like the draw was cool. But with him taking the knee, like I say, Tank. You know, like they gonna give it to their man. They gonna give it to the guy with who bringing in all the money. But it was a close fight.
Even Showbiz the Adult emphasizes that the supposed rematch was never signed or officially set up. There's no rescheduling or canceling because the fight simply wasn't confirmed in the first place. This puts to rest rumors and helps fans understand the real status of the matchup, clearing confusion fueled by misleading headlines.
Stadium. So, but everybody was for sure about Gervonta and Lamont Roach. There wasn't a press conference. The fight's supposed to be in a month. Dude, there was no way. I just didn't report it. And it's so, the only reason why I'm reporting this is because you guys asked me to. But I don't even see it as it being rescheduled or canceled. Canceled from when? Canceled from what? Rescheduled from when? The fight was never signed. The fight was never really confirmed in the first place. Should Lamont Roach move on? I would be looking at, because you don't want to be away from boxing too long.
Looking ahead, Showbiz the Adult suggests that Lamont Roach should stay active and not wait around for a Gervonta Davis rematch that may never happen. With Roach's profile growing, keeping momentum is crucial. Showbiz also points out that a showdown with Shakur Stevenson could be the next big step, especially since both men have publicly shown interest in making that fight a reality if the Tank bout falls through.
Especially with your name just getting hot. I would try to utilize it, you know. I think he would want to stay busy and find, possible, opponents now. I would be looking. Shakur Stevenson is hot right now. They agreed after the fight that they would probably be next. Lamont Roach said it right after the fight with Tank that, I'll fight Shakur next if there's no rematch. And he was questioning the rematch this whole time. Lamont Roach never really, the whole time he was questioning the rematch. And I'm sorry, you guys, I don't have like the edits and all the receipts and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, you guys really wanted me to break the news, and I'm chilling right now, dude. So
after all the hype, the trolling, the drama, and the uncertainty, one thing is clear. The story of Gervonta Davis is still being written. Whether you believe Rolly Romero's bold claims, support Shakur's respectful challenge, or see Frank Martin's analysis as spot on, this is far from over. Tank's next chapter could define his legacy, either as a comeback king or a cautionary tale. With names like Shakur Stevenson, Lamont Roach, Devin Haney, and even Canelo in the broader boxing narratives. Your turn, fight fans. Do you think Gervonta Davis can bounce back and reclaim his dominance, or is Rolly Romero right that BH is done? Drop your thoughts in the comments.